Today I am decoupaging an oyster shell, and I created this paper with the golf bags in a narrow, tall format to fit on the narrow and tall oyster shells. So here am my picking out the perfect design for my oyster shell, and then I am going to go ahead and cut around the golf bag design. I like cutting around it versus using it as a whole, because this paper behaves much better when it's cut out like this and not covering the entire shell. So I have enough white space around my shell, and then I'm going to go ahead and put Mod Podge in matte on the back of this paper. And as you can see, it curls up, so it's a bit tricky, but it's okay. They're small shapes, so you want to press it down onto the shell, press it down repeatedly on all of the edges because this paper tends to peel off. So once it's stuck on there and it has dried, I am going to resin over the top, and I'm using the one-step resin from Let's Resin. That stuff is really awesome. It is a no mixing resin. All you want to do is put on your gloves and get going. Pour it onto the shell, a good amount, not too much, and then I'm rotating the shell so the resin covers the entire area. And I'm using a hairpin to guide the resin to the edges. That works pretty good. You can use a toothpick or whatever you have on hand. Plastic knife works too. Or you can use your fingers with gloves on. So make sure to cover the entire area. You can go over the edge or you can go almost to the edge. But in this example here, I am actually letting the resin drip off. You want to protect your surface either with a piece of paper or a silicone mat. So kind of rotate it and let the resin drip off here and there where it's a little much. It's a little much that I poured on there, but it's okay. So once it is covered, then I'm going to place my shell into the sunlight to cure it. So that takes about 20 minutes in sunlight, or you can use a UV lamp. In this step, I am using a sanding block to remove some of the excess resin and of course some of the hard edges of the shell. Then I am using my glitter acrylic paint from Folk Art. By the way, I'm putting all the links of the materials I'm using into the video below the video. So I'm using a brush and I am painting on the glitter only on the white part of the shell. And I don't know if you've seen it, but the shell had like a deeper area that I overfilled a little bit with chalk paint, and it kind of crackled on me, and so I'm also hiding the imperfection with that glitter paint. Plus the glitter paint is just awesome. I chose not to paint the edges of this shell because I like it just the way it is. So it's pretty much done. So now we're getting to the part where I am using a wire. It's a galvanized steel wire because I bought the wrong size beads. The holes on these beads are too tiny, so I had to improvise. So if you have beads that are really tiny and no twine or ribbon fits through, then this is what you can do. You loop the steel wire through the hole of the shell. By the way, I bought these shells pre-drilled. So I added 3 beads, and then I tied the knot on top of the steel wire. It's a bit tricky, but it worked for me. You can twist it or you can just, knot it. Once that's done, I take some twine and I hide the wire that goes through the shell's hole. I tie it into a loose knot and wrap it around the wire. And then I am doing the same thing with the top, the steel wire with the twine, and my shell is done. Hope you like it.